been like 2 weeks, but it's because I got sick for like a whole week. I'm still recovering, but that shit hella threw me off, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about here today, is plateauing. And like, it's such a big thing, and it just happens in all aspects of my life where I unfortunately plateau. And it's like the most defeating situation to be going through, because especially after like you thought you changed and you thought you raised your standard, and you thought you're like, oh, this is my, like, whatever you're doing, like, this is my life now, like, going back, like, it's going backwards. Plateauing is almost like going backwards. That's what it feels like. And I'm really just on here to quickly talk about my experience with that, and how it's just been happening to me for so long, and what I plan to do differently. Because for me, as of right now, there's no, like, I can't let this happen, because of just how urgent everything is and how urgent I want to be. I have to figure this out. And that's why I think it's valuable to share this and post these ideas and how it's going to go, and kind of update everyone with my progress. I think that will be interesting for everyone to see. So how did I go backwards? I went from working out like a lot and eating really healthy to kind of just, I got sick, so I didn't work out for a whole week basically. And I was eating like crap, because something about, like, I know most people, they lose their appetite when they get sick. But there's certain points for me where I actually gain it back, like, and it's really intense, where I have a big appetite and I want to eat, like, just to make myself feel better. That's kind of a thing I've noticed about myself. When I was younger, for some reason, I used to lose my appetite, and now that I'm older, for some reason, I actually have like a big appetite for, like, just being, that feeling of being satisfied with a lot of food in your system. And I realized that when I was sick, like, that was like my only source of relief, was eating, because it felt good, like eating delicious food, like pizza. It's like horrible, like, to do when you're sick. Excuse me. But and just in a lot of other things too, like in all my businesses and my ideas, I kind of just seen myself slow down. And also, like, for example, I have this clothing brand that I'm starting. It's a new one that's specifically meant to sell products that are gonna sell, like, people want. Like, I'm literally just trying to follow the trends and make products according to the trends and according to this certain aesthetic that I'm going for. This is one of the items I got. This is a prototype. This is a sample, so it's not out yet. But anyways, it took a turn, because I was like going out, getting content, grinding. This is like for like when I like after. After I was starting to feel better, like, I've been out recording, and then like recently, like, I just felt myself get into this place of like, almost like, oh, never mind, I'm not gonna do this. Like, subconsciously, like, thinking to myself, like, oh, like whatever I said I was gonna do, I got to this point where I was like, subconsciously, I was like, fuck that. Like, bruh, I don't want to do this. Like, am I really going to do this? Kind of a lot of questioning and uncertainty and doubt just completely overtook my system for about a day recently. But I'm seeing how everything led up to that day. Just was sick. I was sick. I wasn't being productive. I had a worse mindset. I didn't have such a good mindset when I was sick, and everything I really started to feel the plateau and even a decline, because I'm going up like this, got sick, plateauing, and then decline in just like from all that. And it just shows, I'm just trying to recognize where like I have these triggers that lead to decline. And that's what this video is sort of about, is we need to recognize when we're the triggers of what leads to our decline, and you know, we don't want to crash out. So I don't know. I think it's really important to understand those things, you know. And it's actually funny how I got to this point. I was actually talking to ChatGPT. This was like a few months ago. Believe it or not, I had lost 10 pounds in the last few months, and it's not like, dude, I was just gaining unnecessary weight, and I was just felt like shit, and I looked a lot worse, you know. Maybe I'll show a picture, but like, whew, bruh. And like I still got a little bit to go. Obviously you might look at me and you're like, bro, you're tripping, you're not obese or whatever. For me, I used to be 135 pounds getting out of high school, and I know you're young and whatnot, but like now I'm 165, so I feel like I could lose a little bit, just to get like a little shredded. That's a whole nother journey that I'm working on. Maybe I'll update you guys on that, but that's a whole nother thing. That's outside of business. I really think that business has a huge thing to do, and just like creating any ideas and being creative and starting businesses, it has a lot to do with how physical you are and how healthy you are. Because that all affects the mindset, and you really need a really good mindset in order to do business, in order to keep, you know, filming videos, in order to keep going day after day with no results. That is like, people think they can do it, but then when you're actually doing it, like, you subconsciously will make excuses and you'll give up. You know, I've done that too, but I've never fully gave up, because as you can see, I'm right here making this video. And I don't plan on ever fully giving up. Everything's on a scale, and I just need to raise my own standard. If that makes any sense, guys. I don't really know. To be honest, I'm at a bit of a crossroads with what I got going on here and my clothing brands. You know, I have one legit clothing brand that actually has a good amount of followers, and but the thing is, I lost passion for that one, so I need to figure out a way to like revive that in myself. There's all these like things that aren't as simple, you know, and I think the best way to overcome it being this it being super complex is just to make it simple, and just do simple things, and just focus on a lot of doing simple things, and then over time I think you'll get into a better work ethic. And I think that's where I'm at right now, and I think that's what this plateau is about, is to understand that I just need to you know, sharpen up my work ethic to make things more just to have better results, because you got to be able to go without results, but it sucks not having the results and not getting them fast. You know, I'm actually pretty used to getting it fast. When I first saw results, it didn't take too long when I first started, and that's why I think that sort of showed me a bad part of, like, yeah, it's great that you can get that fast, but at the same time, you can't count on that. Yeah, so that's pretty much my experience on plateauing, and it's so crazy how I can look back over the years, like 5 years, even in one aspect of my life, like my workout journey and my health and fitness journey. like looking throughout the years and looking at my photos throughout the years and just seeing how some years I'm like really in shape and like really lean and I look healthy, and other years it's like the opposite thing, and I like get into these bad periods. It's like I don't like when I have that mindset, like, bro, like I'm not even aware. Like I'll just be eating, not exercising, and my head will be in the clouds, just not aware of what's going on and how I even look, you know, because I look way worse when I'm 180 pounds. So yeah, I guess it's just weird seeing that, and I'm not trying to look back. Like 5 years from now, I'm not trying to look back and see and have to look at the same thing of just like inconsistency and like, dude, it's so hard to like gain weight and then lose it all at once. Same thing with the business. So hard to get the ball rolling, then drop it. It's so hard to like go back and forth. Mentally, it's so hard. It's like straining, you know, and it's not healthy. So that's where like this is a bigger problem in my life, and I'm sure it is in a lot of other people's lives. That's why I'm talking about it, and that's why I'm not afraid to talk about these things online, because someone's got to be going through the same shit, and if I can build a community around those people, and we can talk and talk about each other's experiences and how to get better. Like, this is all for bettering ourselves, and I know it's not going to be like easy, but I think a community is a huge thing. Being around the right minds and mindsets, because ultimately that's what got me out of my positions in the first place. So I hope this helps you guys. Let me know what you guys want to talk about in our next videos. You know, I'm just going to keep you guys updated with everything. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to Maui soon, like this month. Dude, I have a sick ass summer planned, so I'm excited to bring you guys along and talk about things while I'm out there. I'm on all kinds of social medias doing all kinds of things, but on here I just talk about maybe just deeper shit, like more shit with more substance. You know, I think YouTube is great for long format. I know everyone's fried and could barely watch you know, whatever 10-minute video, but there is some people, because I can sit through 30-minute videos. I could sit through, if it's like interesting, if it's something or someone talking and I could just listen to them, I actually fuck with that. So that's what I'm kind of doing, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.